무대에서 토 한번 해야지. 무대에서 토 한번 해야지.
Hi, I'm Siri, and my favorite Gugudan song sucks. Now, you might be wondering, why is it your favorite song if you think it sucks? I didn't think about the lyrics until yesterday. Um, I didn't think, oh, wait, that's probably what they're getting at. Which, looking back, I'm like, how did I must have realized, but I just didn't want to think about it. And then yesterday I was like, oh, that rubs me the wrong way. So if you don't know what we're talking about, the song is basically, it's not entirely about being not like other girls, but they almost say that verbatim in the first stanza. So it's there, and I wouldn't say that the saying is inherently sexist. I think that might be going overboard, but it is a commonplace saying that has had a lot of sexist implications throughout its usage. So there's that. I'm not entirely sure if this song is meant to be taken seriously. There are like parts of it where I think maybe it's satire, but the way that they performed it doesn't make it seem like it was meant to be satire. It's very confusing. Um, Also, I have not listened to every Gugudan song. I've been in the middle of their discography for months, but I'm really trying to get to it. It's just I'm so bad at listening to full discographies. But I like their discography. I think they're very talented, and God, Mina, I simp for Mina so much. Uh, whew. But we're gonna go through the lyrics just because they're interesting, and maybe we can determine if they are meant to be satire or not. I don't know. We're just gonna go through them anyway, just because I think it's fun. Um, yeah. Let's start with the first stanza. I'm a little impatient now as I wish patiently. There's obviously some contrast going on right now. You're internally impatient, but on the surface, you are patient. And I think that is interesting because of the existential implications, just like you're acting as people wish you would, but on the inside you're kind of feeling like, I don't know, this is uncomfortable for me, this is not how I want to act, but it's how I have to act. That's how I interpret it. I also, the as I wish is interesting. I'm sure someone has had to have read Daughter of Smoke and Bone, right? There's the line, hope is the real magic. And in that book series, one of the main characters, well, the main character has these beads that she is able to make wishes on, but her mentor figure tells her hope is the real magic. So I always have this weird reaction to people saying wish, where it's like, it the wish just feels like it lacks self-efficacy, if that makes sense. I think that hope involves a lot more of your own feelings, whereas wishing is just kind of, for lack of better words, wishy-washy. But then they have I'm here. So there's a big contrast between I'm a little impatient now as I wish patiently, and I'm here. It's like, trying to be someone you're not versus just I am here, I exist. And there's the line, the line that I hate. I'm different from the other girls, completely gentle. Now, this is a weird line. Um, there's like a lot stuffed into the line. Normally between girls and completely, you might expect, I don't know if necessarily you would expect a period, but you would expect a comma at least. But, you know, their outward appearance is completely connected to this idea that they are not like other girls. So it's kind of like, oh, I'm different from other girls, but completely gentle is tacked on at the end, and it's just like it's very wishy-washy. It's like I will be what you want me to be. And the next line is as you wish. So it's kind of like you are you are the end all be all. I am forming myself around those wants, which is very much an existential crisis, like an actual existential crisis, not what people say when they say they're having an existential crisis. Then there's the line just like I would do, which is not in the same stanza as you wish. I think to emphasize how the you is the end all be all. Um, and just like I would do, it's just like it's it's this very short statement that is just kind of characterizing the speaker as being like it's likening the speaker to this other character, whereas in the beginning we're talking about this very distinct conflict between internal uh, one's internal feelings and external image. I wish to be loved. I take the first step. This is very interesting. I can't go with a video without saying interesting a million times. This line I like because it goes back to the I wish concept, and we get kind of this actual feeling that the speaker is experiencing. I wish to be loved, but it's not like you would put a period between I wish to be loved, I will take the first step. Normally, there is none. And there isn't any lineation. It's just the same. It's stuffed into the same line. So it's kind of like feelings and actions are going to be one and the same, even though or they should be one and the same, which is kind of going back on it's kind of harping on their previous statements, like adapt to the way that people want you to be. Don't feel this way internally. Feel, feel how you act. And then there's stay there, baby. Just stay right there. We finally have commas, and it's kind of suggesting that these lines are said with care. They are addressed to the you. They are very gentle, I guess you could say. Um, well, you could argue whether or not it's gentle. I think in this stanza it's gentle. Later down the line, we might get something a little bit different, but right now it's very gentle. And I'm on my way to you. It's like the journey is all about like everything at just like the last stanza ends in as you wish. The last line in this is I'm on my way to you. It's like the you character is the end all be all, or at least that's what it's supposed to be. And then I like you, I like you, I like you, but what about you? I don't know how to express it. So I mean, talking about not knowing how to express your feelings, very existential. But there's also the I like you, but um, there is a struggle with the ontological self, the I that acts. Uh, it's it's building the action of liking you, but it's it's like, and the but is in the line I like you, but. So it's very much stuffing all of these emotions and actions and everything together in a way that is very like disgruntled and unsure, I guess you could say. And then go, I'm not that type. Tell me if you like me or not. The answer is simple. I hate ambiguity. Even though they're very ambiguous, with I mean, they're trying not to be ambiguous, but the way that they actually feel could be considered very ambiguous, even though that's not what they want, is what I'm saying. I'm not that type, cool like that, cool like that, rather. Um, the idea of cool like, but not cool is interesting. It's this very what's the word? It's a different way of it's a way of saying that you are, it's a very indirect statement. Like, you are trying to embody cool, but you are not, it's not a natural thing in you. You know, you're trying to mold your personality around the type that you want to be. That's at least how I feel. And then they have, to be honest, I'm far from being a liar. Um, which can either be completely true or completely false. Um, so it's kind of taking this idea of a nuanced person and making it like it's one or the other. You can't have both. They don't, I don't need to pretend for anyone's pleasure. Um, this is not stuffed into one line. It's stuffed in, it's not stuffed. It's in two lines. Um, I don't need to pretend just that that is going against everything that they've been doing. So it's kind of an interesting terse statement. But then there's for anyone's pleasure. Um, and this line being alone kind of gives it more weight, especially it being at the end of the stanza. It's like, oh, oh, the anyone's pleasure is still coming in at the end, is still the end all be all, like I've been saying. Just like I would do right now, yes, right now, no. And throughout the song, there's kind of this punching in the music, like da 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 da. So I kind of feel as if it's very black and white, and that is kind of expressed with this right now, yes, right now, no. Um, it's very, it's there, it's very one or the other. You just like it's very, it's not simple. I think that it's actually having a very nuanced discussion, but it is deceptively simple and um just like encouraging someone to be so quick with how they feel is discouraging someone from like feel like understanding their true selves. The idea of it just being yes or no, you lack all of the nuance that you want from people, and um no one is truly black and white. No one is, I'm doing everything for other people. No one, like, to an extent, you have to do things for yourself, but people oftentimes don't want to do it for various reasons. Um, Either they don't think it's what other people would want from them, or they just don't have the energy to do it. This is not lacking the energy. This is just like, this is because the song is very energetic, which is why I kind of doubt it's satire. They say it with like genuine, I don't know, genuine delivery. So it's very, I don't know. And then there's say it to me, oh hurry and respond to me, baby. Again, there's a comma and it's all stuffed in a line. Um, like, on the one hand, they want so much, they want something very simple from this person, and then on the other hand, they stuff everything they want into one long line, and it's just like you can't uh boil down one's feelings into one thing. And this is actually the only stanza so far where it's kind of like ended with the speaker being like, do what I want. Um, so I don't know how to feel about that. Maybe just like when you get down to such a basic system of like, this is what I want, this is what I don't want, or this is what you need to do, this is what you need to not do. It's like I think that the speaker is experiencing a degree of character development, which is why I feel like it could be satire, but I don't know. And then uh, we've talked about most of this. Tell me, what is our situation? I want to I wanna you to I wanna you to tell me without hesitation. Stay there, baby. Just stay right there. I'm on my way to you. Tell me, what is our situation? Very, like, very much asking, like, what is the essence that is expected of me? Like, it's, it's directly asking the other to, it's like hell is the other, and we are just asking for hell. If you don't know what hell is the other means, it's basically like in existentialism, our essence is affected by the way that people perceive us, so that the person who is perceiving us is called the other, and their way of affecting our own essence is hell. I know that sounds crazy, but that's kind of what it's all about. So, you know, this person is just like, tell me. I mean, they are saying tell me without hesitation, which suggests, they want an honest reaction, but they're also like, stay there, my baby, just stay right there, I'm on my way to you. So it's kind of like crossing, like, there's an idea of two people on a bench and each other are imposing hell on the other. I don't know how to explain this. But there's just this idea of two people on a bench, and I think that they are trying to make their way to this bench, but they are not realizing the way that that is undermining both their own and this other person's individuality. Does that make sense? I don't know. There's also, whoa, sorry, 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 I'm sorry. Um, Maybe they realized that they're imposing hell on the other person. I don't know. That's kind of a weird line to analyze. Um, Although I am sorry is coming at the end, and I am, there's the line, I think therefore I am, um, suggesting that essence, that suggesting that existence precedes essence. So I think I am sorry is perhaps getting back down to that actual, like, the essence rooted in them from their own experiences, and like getting deep into their psyche to like the most basic part of them, which is their existence. And then there's, I'm a little bold and a little reckless. I don't waste time on things that are playing hard to get. Yeah, cool like that. Um, I'm a little bold and a little reckless. It's interesting because there shouldn't be a comma, but there is between I'm a little bold and a little reckless. Um, and it's an interesting tidbit because these things could be connected, but instead they kind of add a little reckless onto it, suggesting that they are in fact kind of like adding to their essence, and like they are not just what they have previously been, in a way, because when you list things you want to use a comma, so the comma seems to say, oh, this is a thing I'm adding on to myself. And then I don't waste time on things that are playing hard to get. That's kind of what the entire song is about. So it's a strange line. I guess you could say it's character development. You could say, you could say, I guess it's character development, but then the lines after that don't really suggest that it is. So maybe this is just a more complicated story than a song can necessarily portray, because you have to go back to your chorus at the end of the song. You don't have to, but they do. And it's just kind of like maybe maybe the chorus is them perceiving everything that has been wrong with them, wrong with their approach. Because it ends in I'm not that type, cool like that. I guess that could be cool like. I'm realizing now, I guess they're abandoning this image that is cool um like I'm not that type, I'm not cool like that. Maybe, I don't know. I genuinely don't know with this song, which is why I say it sucks. I'm trying to give it more credit than it probably deserves. I like the song. I'm still gonna listen to it, but it's not something I very much enjoy thinking about. So there's that. I don't know. I don't know. You can think about it however you wish. If you would like to share, I would be very interested. But I think it has to do with existentialism, but I also think everything has to do with existentialism. So who knows? Um, like I said, genius English translations. That's where I got this from. That's where I get most of my translations from, unless they don't have it, which is frustrating. But what are you gonna do? Uh, yeah. I'm probably gonna be making a lot of videos just because I'm in pain and I need something to distract myself. So maybe don't expect a lot of videos, but they might be coming. It might happen. I don't know. Um, for the people who left a comment on my last video saying, like, are you okay? Oh, it's good that you're okay. I'm fine about that. I'm more upset about other things. Um, I'm a little weirded out by what happened. Because, well, I'm not going to talk about it here because that's what that video is for. Um, I'm fine. Physically, I'm fine. Um, mentally, we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. I promise I'm not going to do anything scary because I know everyone's worried about that. Not necessarily everyone in my life is kind of worried that I'm going to do something, but I'm not. I'm just gonna I'm trying day by day. So if you were concerned about me, don't be concerned. Just be kind. Just be kind. I just need a little bit of kindness right now. Which you guys are. You are very kind. So, yeah. Um, I would like to say thank you, and I would like to say goodbye. So, goodbye.